Good morning, student. Today, this is a second video. In this, I am going to discuss how to derive the Poiseuille formula. Poiseuille formula. See, careful about the spelling. For steady flow or laminar flow, you can call laminar flow of a liquid through a narrow tube, not a broader tube, a narrow tube. All right. Here, see, you have, there is a lot of things are there here. Say example. You have some path. This is a path whose length is L, right? Path. Now, this is also called distance. We can call distance, and velocity is what? Velocity is equal to distance by time, right? Velocity is equal to distance by time. Suppose the distance happens to be L, T is equal to T, right? Now, velocity is equal to, what is the time? Suppose the distance, see here, in 1 second, what is the velocity? What is it? If T is equal to 1 second, you can calculate velocity is equal to L by 1, right? Therefore, V is equal to L, we write it, okay? Someplace L is replaced by V, right? Velocity is equal to distance traveled. What is L? L is distance traveled per second, right? Distance traveled per second. Now, this is one concept you studied in first PU. First PU while doing some problems. And in SSLC, at 12th standard, see what is that circumference? Circumference is equal to of a circle. If R is the radius, 2 pi R circumference. Suppose I will write like this, X. X is the radius. What is the circumference? 2 pi X. Now, what is the area of a circle? Area of a circle? Area of a circle is equal to pi R square. Area of a circle. Here also suppose the area of a circle here, pi X square, say suppose. Now I want to find the area. What is this area? Find out this area between the two circles whose radius, this is R1, this is R2. Suppose R1 is equal to X. R2 is equal to X plus this much distance, no? That is dx. I'll write it. Say, I have R is the C. This is X. Now, this length is dx. Draw another circle. Right? Okay. Now, what is this area of this? A1. A1 is equal to pi X square. Radius is this. What is A2? A2 is equal to pi X plus dx the whole square. Right? Now, what is the area in between? Area in between, this area A2 minus A1 is equal to dA. That is this minus this. Okay. Same way volume also. Suppose volume of the cylinder. What is the volume of the cylinder? Suppose if you take a cylinder, R is the radius, circumference is what? 2 pi R. If L is the length or H, height of the cylinder, then what? What is the lateral surface area? Lateral surface area. Lateral surface area is what? I'll cut out this, say suppose I'll cut out this, I'll spread it out, it will be like this, is it not? This is L or H. This is what? R. Our circumference is equal to 2 pi R. I'll spread it out. This is 2 pi r into L. Now this is the lateral surface area. 2 pi r into L is the lateral surface area. That means EAL is equal to 2 pi r into L. Now I write, see, suppose there is a cylinder, okay, whose radius is x. The length h, height is equal to L. What is the lateral surface area? Lateral surface area is what? Circumference is 2 pi x. 2 pi x, that is 2 pi x, and height L. Therefore, lateral surface area is 2 pi x into L. Understood now? Yes. Okay, next. Now, I want to find out the volume. What is the volume of the cylinder? Volume of the cylinder. Volume of the cylinder is what? Area into height. That means area into height. Area is pi r square into h. Volume of the cylinder. You know. Now, in this case, suppose I have a cylinder. This is the cylinder of radius is x and height is L. Then volume of this cylinder is equal to what? Volume of the cylinder is pi x square into L. Okay. Now, do you have two concentric cylinder? Right? This radius is x. This is dx. This radius is what? X plus dx. Now you have like this, right? Aerial view, this is x, this is dx, right? This is R1, this is R2. R1 is what? X. R2 is x plus dx. Now what about the volume? I am going to calculate the volume of the concentric. See, this is one cylinder x, this is L, and what about the volume of this? V1 is equal to pi r square h. No, this is r, this is h. V1 is equal to pi x square into L. Now consider this is the volume of this. Consider another coaxial cylinder whose radius, this thickness is Tx, radius of this is x plus dx. Now what is the volume of this? V2 is equal to pi, radius is what? X plus dx whole square. Length is to be same. Now I'll take out this. That what is the volume of this? What is the volume? I pull out this, and what is the volume? The volume is equal to V2 minus V1. V2 minus V1. The V2 minus 1 is difference in volume, right? This is the volume of the tube, we can call. Now volume of the coaxial, this volume in between these two. This is empty, you take only this volume. What is dV? dV is equal to V2 minus 1. Therefore, dV is equal to V2 is what? Pi x plus dx whole square into L minus V1 is what? Pi x square into L. Pi L is common factor. Pi L I take it, x plus dx whole square minus x square. Now this is pi L, a plus b whole square formula, first number square plus second number square plus 2 into first number into second number minus x square. Now plus x square minus x square cancel. Then you get pi L dx whole square plus 2x dx. Now see dx is, suppose dx is 0.001, very small. See delta x is very big, 0.1 say. But when I, instead of delta, if I put small d, is 0.001, very very small, 0.001. That means 10 to the power of minus 4. It's very small, no? Very small. And dx the whole square is equal to what? 10 to the power of minus 4, the whole square is 10 to the power of minus 6. Still becomes small, 0.0000070 and 1. Therefore it tends to 0. Therefore this tends to 0. Therefore neglect this. Don't neglect dx. Don't neglect, but this is you can neglect dx. Therefore, what is dv? dv is equal to pi L. This I neglect, 2x dx. Now dv is equal to 2, right? 2 pi L x dx. See, now the question is here. Suppose this is volume. In the textbook or derivation, suddenly L is changes to V. V is velocity. Because what is the, if the liquid or what is velocity, suppose velocity is equal to distance by time taken. V is equal to, what is the distance traveled in 1 second, say? What is the distance? The distance is L, by time is what? T. Suppose L, if T is equal to 1 second, then V is equal to L. Therefore, what I write is dV is equal to 2 pi V x dx. See, this is a very, very important portion. The textbook, they directly given the volume of the liquid displaced, means flowing per second, right? That means this much volume of liquid flowing across the tube, say some tube in 1 second is given by dV is equal to 2 pi V dx. This I am going to make use of doing the derivation. During the derivation. Therefore, in the examination you need not show all this. How you are going to get on it? That means if I write, if I write dV, what is dV? dV is equal to 2 pi V x dx. This I am going to do, I am going to use in appropriate place. That time you will understand, right? See, still I have not started the derivation. Okay. If you know these fundamentals, these are the prerequisite to do the derivation. What is the derivation you are going to do? V is what? Volume of the liquid is coming out per second out of a narrow tube, right, of radius r, and whose length is L, and whose the two ends are maintained at a constant pressure P, is given by pi p r to the power of 4 by 8 eta. This you are going to derive. Remember, pipe means pipe only, no? Pipe or tube pipe. 8 long pipe. 8 long pipe I am taken. R to the power of 4. This I am going to derive. This is called Paisali formula. Okay. Now, nearly 15 minutes we spent on this itself. Right. Another, let me see whether I can complete it in 15 minutes. Okay. See now, for consider, now for that you have to make some assumptions. What are the assumptions? See this formula. But the assumption is what? Suppose this, consider a tube, narrow tube, whose radius is what? See, this is the axis of the tube, and what r is the radius. R is the radius. Some textbook they use capital R. R is the radius, and this is the axis. Liquid is flowing through this tube, narrow tube, and L is the length, right? I'm writing the L is the length. Okay, this is the R. Length of the tube, right? Now here liquid is flowing, is it not? See, liquid is flowing through the tube. This is the axis. Here the velocity is what? 0. Velocity at this edge is 0. Your velocity at the axis is maximum. Velocity at the axis maximum. Your velocity at this end is 0. Right? If you take the profile, say, suppose I take a profile, the velocity is maximum. Here what it will be like this parabola. It will be like this. This I already shown. Velocity 0. Velocity gradually increases. Understood? It gradually increases here. Okay. Here it becomes maximum. Then decreases. And becomes 0. Right? Velocity. Now I will consider some point. Suppose I will take some point, say. Some point P, which is at a distance of x. Right? X. Now I construct a small cylinder whose radius is what? X. Okay, X. And the length is L. Okay, now what is the area of this? What is that? This is called normal area. What is the normal area? Normal area is equal to pi r square is not, or pi x square. This x is not area normally. Therefore, normal area is equal to pi x square. Here pressure is acting. Right? Pressure is acting everywhere. Here maximum pressure is acting. There is a maximum velocity pressure in that area. What is pressure? Pressure is equal to force per unit area. Pressure is equal to the force per normal area. Now this force is called Saltel. Therefore the force, alright, I will call viscous force or dragging force. Force is equal to pressure into normal area. Pressure into normal area is what? Pi x square. This also I am going to use it in appropriate place. See, this I am going to use in appropriate place. This also I am going to use in appropriate place. Now consider another layer which is very close to this. Here the velocity is v. V is the velocity at any orbital layer. And consider another layer which is at a distance of dx from this. The total distance is what? X plus dx. Right? Whose velocity is less than this. That means v minus dv. So at a distance velocity is what? V. At a distance x plus dx, the velocity is v minus dv. Can you follow? This is fast moving. This is called fast moving. This is maximum velocity. This want to move very fast. It want to drag this. Right? It want to accelerate this layer. Whereas this layer going slow, this want to deaccelerate. Can you follow? Therefore, the two layers, see here, this is a streamline flow. See, that's very, very important. The flow is what? Streamline flow. And there is no radial pressure also is there. Your velocity is 0. This all comes under assumptions only. Velocity is 0 here. Your velocity is maximum. Velocity. This is the third assumption. Pressure remain constant. All these things we have to mention in the notes because I have given already in the notes there. Okay. Okay. Now consider a capillary of length L. Okay. Of radius R. Consider a cylindrical layer. This is one layer. And this coaxial. This is also with coaxial with this. Coaxial with this. Okay. Consider coaxial with the tube of inner radius R. External radius is x plus dr. X plus dx. Now what is the lateral surface area? Now what is the lateral surface area of this cylinder? Look. Now lateral surface area of this cylinder. lateral surface area of the cylinder. This I'll write it. See. This is X. This is L. Okay. What is lateral? See, this surface area, this entire surface area, now inner tube going fast, and inner cylinder going very fast, and it want to accelerate the topmost cylinder whose thickness is dx, which is moving slower rate. That means this layer is moving higher velocity, this layer is moving with the lower velocity. There is a frictional force. Therefore, the area is important. Therefore, according to this, frictional force is directly proportional to the area. What area? Lateral surface area, important. And also, the frictional force is directly proportional to velocity gradient. You know this. When I say lateral surface area is what is that? 2 pi x. 2 pi x into L. 2 pi x into L. Got it? Here what? Lateral surface area is what? 2 pi x into L. And this is what? This is x. This is delta x. X plus delta x. Therefore, frictional force, viscous force or frictional force or tangent force they can call, is equal to directly proportional to AL and dV by dx. It's a velocity gradient. Therefore, the viscous force or tangential force is equal to coefficient of viscosity AL dV by dx, and negative sign. Negative sign means this try to retard. See, this try to retard this slowly. Right? No, this accelerate, this want to retard. As a result, there is a frictional forces exist between these two layers. That depends upon this area. Right? Now, why it is moving? Because of the force, frictional force. The force is what? This force is, here pressure is equal to what? Force per unit area. Why this area? This is moving because there is a pressure is acting. Okay, the pressure at any section of the normal is constant. The pressure is constant. There is no radial flow, only horizontal flow. Therefore, pressure is constant. Pressure is equal to force per unit area. But area, don't take this area. Pressure is not acting here. Here, normally acting the pressure. That area only you have to take. Area is what? Normal area. Normal area is pi x square. Therefore, this you substitute here. Therefore, P pi x square is equal to minus eta AL dV by dx. Now here after it is a differential equation. That's all. What you have to do? Here area is what? Here P pi x square minus n. Lateral surface area is what? Pi 2 pi x. 2 pi x into L dV by dx. You know this lateral surface area. Now this x can cancel. Pi cancel. Therefore what? P now what you get? P into x is there. This minus also I am bringing down. 2 eta. Even length also bringing it down. That is equal to what? dV by dx. Then you cross multiply. Therefore what? dV is equal to dx comes here. Then integrate it. How to integrate? See, if you integrate dV, this is what V, velocity, right? Velocity gradient, not you have to integrate dV is equal to here what? Minus P to eta L x dx. Now this is a simple integration where here you are doing what? The V is equal to minus P 2 eta L Then what else? X is what? X square by 2 plus constant C1. Now how to evaluate C1? Now look here, the velocity is 0, here velocity is maximum. When x equal to r, when here this is x equal to 0 or x equal to, when x equal to 0, velocity is maximum. When x equal to r is so much now, r. When x equal to r, velocity is 0. When x equal to 0, velocity is maximum. Right? Maximum. Therefore, what I write? Here when x equal to 0, when x equal to r, velocity is equal to 0. This small v. Therefore, this becomes what? 0 is equal to minus p 2 eta l, x equal to r, no, r square by 2 plus c1. This minus comes that side. Therefore, c1 is equal to p r square divided by 4 eta l. Substitute this c here again. So velocity at any layer is equal to minus px square by 2 eta l 2 plus c1 is equal to pr square by 4 eta l. See, 4 eta l is a constant. P is also constant. V is equal to P, I am taking it out. 4 eta L, I am taking it out. Then what? R square minus x square. This is the final expression. Sometimes they will ask you for 4 marks. This is the velocity of the flow. This is what? Velocity of the flow of liquid at a distance x. At any distance x. From the axis of the tube. At any distance. What is the velocity here? Expression. Because velocity varies from what? 0 to maximum. For that we are going to use this formula. Velocity. See, now coming back to this. Here I'm not wasting any waste paper. Full paper we are utilizing here and there. See here, we have to, what is the amount of liquid? This amount of liquid is flowing because of the pressure exists, this amount of liquid is flowing. And that dV I have calculated. What is dV? In the final exam you can directly write the volume of the liquid. This is what? Volume of the liquid passing per second L. Okay, per second is given by DC, capital V is equal to 2 pi, right, x. That is 2 pi x, okay, into L. That is what? L into dx you are done. But L is replaced by V, I said, right? Therefore, dV equal to what? 2 pi x dx into V. Right? Now, volume of the liquid. See, volume of the liquid, entire volume of the liquid flowing. That means entire volume. This is this much volume of the liquid flowing. Okay, this much portion. Now, what about the entire volume of the liquid flowing, whose radius is from 0 to r, right? The entire volume is, you have to, the entire volume of the liquid pass through the whole tube per second is important. Per second is important. Per second is equal to capital V. That is equal to integrating dV from x equal to 0 to x equal to r. That is x equal to 0 to x equal to r. That is equal to what? 2 pi x dx into v. But v you already have to substitute. What is the value of v you have done? You have done v is equal to this, is it not? You substitute here. Therefore, v is equal to 2 pi x dx. Okay, v is equal to p by 4 eta l r square minus x square. Therefore, 0 to r. 0 to r. Actually, v means 0 to maximum v, you have to write it. Here, actually, when x equal to 0, v not maximum to 0, you have to write it. No problem. You do this itself. Now, how to evaluate this quantity? I will evaluate here. Capital V is equal to C, here 2 get cancelled. Therefore, pipe I will remember, pipe, therefore 2 eta L also I will take it out, right, integral of 0 to R. Okay, here what do you write? This x is there, x into r square minus x square dx. This quantity remains same. You multiply 0 to r, multiply this r square x minus x cube dx. Now what do you write? This much portion r square, x components x square by 2 integral minus x cube is equal to x4 by 4. The upper limit is r, lower limit is 0. Now we substitute here, this quantity remains same, r to the power of 2, r to the power of 2, 2 minus r to the power of 4 by 4. R to the power of 4 by 2 minus r to the power of 4 by 4. If you simplify, what will get? R to the power of 4 by 4 only will get it. With this quantity, which one? This factor. Therefore, what you get here? If you write that, therefore, P is equal to, I am joining this, pipe, I remember, 2 eta L, r to the power of 4 by 4. 4 2s are 8. Therefore, V is equal to pipe, remember pipe, r to the power of 4 divided by 8 new pipe of longer length. I remember like that only. Okay, you got it. This is volume of the liquid passing through the whole tube per second. Important. Per second is important. You understood now? Or sometimes some textbook they'll obtain an expression for coefficient of viscosity or Poisson using Poisson formula or derive Poisson formula and express the formula in terms of coefficient of viscosity. You can write it pi p r to the power of 4 and 8 v and l. This is also they must derive their expression. Okay, where v is the volume of the liquid flowing per second. Is the volume of the liquid through the whole tube. That is important. Got it? Now you have got it for 8 marks now for this. That is the reason now I given the notes also. The notes just go through that fully, and I remember the notes. I will come. I will show you. Wait in here. Derive Poisson formula. They'll ask you the question for study for a narrow tube for 8 marks. They'll ask. That means usually the usual method prove that they may ask you all this volume of the liquid passing through the tube per second. They make this and this. Assumption. First assumption, flow of the liquid parallel to the axis of the tube and they are streamlined, you know this. Pressure is remain constant. There is no radial flow. Velocity of the liquid at 0 at the edge. Look. 0 at the edge and maximum at the center. Right? The pressure is constant. All these three. and they may ask you to calculate the velocity of flow. Then V is the velocity at any layer, P is the pressure difference between the tube, end of the tube, coefficient of viscosity, length of the tube, and R is the radius, and X is the distance of any layer from the axis of the tube. Then again, you know how to do this, right? Consider a cylindrical coaxial cylinder with x plus dx, and now this they have done. Inner is what? What is the lateral area? Normal area is pi r square. This r square is normal area. Because of this, pressure is pushing. Pressure is equal to force per unit area normal. Therefore, this force is viscous force. Normal area is this. That only we have done. Yes. And lateral surface area. This is what lateral surface area. 2 pi x into L. This is lateral surface area. Lateral surface. This area and this area is different. Then the outer layer exerts a backward tangential force in the inner layer. Outer layer. It is dragging because it is moving slowly now. It is moving slowly, therefore dragging. Therefore, you are right. According to viscosity relation, viscosity or retarding force is given by this. Then what lateral area you substitute? Your normal area you have to substitute. Therefore, I put all the things. From this, I am getting this here. Understood? Force is equal to pressure into area. Understood? Force is equal to pressure into normal area. So, the 8. See here, simplification. What is the simplification I have done? You know how to do that? Right? And the volume of the liquid flow or the distance between x and dx. This is given by dV by V 2 pi x dx into V. Right? That is what velocity is distance by time. All the thing we have done now. Okay. Then finally, volume of the liquid passing through the whole tube. Your integration, simple integration. This is not simple calculation. You can do it. Therefore, 2-3 times you watch the video, go through the notes, try. Nearly in order to record it, I have to prepare 5, 6, 7 times. It is like preparing a song in a rehearsal. But once you do this, in the examination, you need not struggle. Got it? This will be applicable for your competitive exams or any exam you prepare, IAS, IPS and all. This question will not come for you. But disciplining, the discipline will develop. That is how to complete a work in a given time. Right? It may be 8 mark, but fully you have to concentrate on that. You have to read several things, you have to collect it. Finally, you discuss with other teachers, write your notes, and whatever I thought, it may not be perfect. Still I am telling you. If you go through the textbook, you will find some mistakes here and there. When you go and discuss with your teacher, my colleagues, then you will find what are the mistakes I have done. You understood? Therefore, what I do is, I am not claiming originality, what is the best, but at least it will help you will bit help for you to do that. At least some startup. Sir, I don't know how to start. If you observe here 2-3 times, you will feel that at least I have to study something, and you do on your own. Whatever I do 2-3 times, you derivation you practice, and I am preparing for the average students, right? Okay? Therefore, any suggestion is send it through message. Okay? Thank you. Next, I have to teach you the stroke law. That is the last topic, and expression for terminal velocity and all you learnt in first year in some other topic. That means some other unit. Therefore, what is the effect of viscosity? Right? What is the effect of temperature on viscosity? And also stroke law, that is motion of a body in a viscous medium, I will discuss in the next video. Alright? Thank you.